Hello everyone, my name is Instructor Driver. Today I wanted to upload a short video that would help you a little bit with some of the research and citation that you'll have to do with your Toolman essay due this week. Now a lot of you say that you're having a difficult time locating sources or figuring out how to cite a source. So what I'm going to do for you right now is I'm going to help you with some of that. So first of all, let's go ahead and go into the APUS library. And then what we'll want to do is go into the article and databases link within the library. Now once you open this up, there are a couple of databases that will be of most use for you. And this is EBSCO and ProQuest. LexisNexis, probably most of you are familiar with it. Most of you have taken English 101 with APUS. It's a great resource if you're looking for newspaper articles or magazine articles. However, it is not as strong as ProQuest or EBSCO because it does not contain as many peer-reviewed sources. So for this course, you might want to stay away from this source. Now, if you're writing about something that's a little bit more on the literary end of things, JSTOR is a fabulous source, and you can go ahead and check that out too for your research. There are also some useful sources here and here as well. However, be careful because some of these sources in these two locations are more useful for informative background about a topic. They're encyclopedia sources. They're not really peer-reviewed sources. So be prepared to locate lots of sources that may not be as useful for your essay as you would have found off of EBSCO or ProQuest or even JSTOR. Okay? So let's go ahead and go into EBSCO, and I wanted to show you something that makes it very easy for you to find peer-reviewed sources. First of all, when I open up EBSCO, I just go ahead and select all of them just so I can find more sources. Why not, right? And then I click on continue, of course, and then I'm going to enter in my search terms. Now this is something that some of you have a difficult time with. You pull up probably many sources about your topic because your topic is a little bit too general. So let's say your topic is you want to talk about, write an argument about politics. So I'm going to go ahead and click in politics. But that's a very general search term, so I'm going to go ahead and write an argument about political scandals. But even then, there's scandals in politics all over the world, so I want to stick with one location, so I'll put United States. So even before I click search, there are two other boxes that I want to check. I want to click on full text, and then I want to click on scholarly. Okay, that way when I pull up sources, they're only scholarly sources, which is most useful for the essays that you have to write in this class. And they're full text because although you might be able to pull up an abstract of a source, because the database does not subscribe to that particular journal, you won't have access to the text, so it won't be of any use for you when you write your essay. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on search. And it's going to take a little bit to connect just because I clicked on every single database access when I was searching. But now let's take a look at how many sources that I pulled up when I entered in this fairly specific search terms. I pulled up 336 results. Okay? So that's something to be aware of, that you will pull up a lot of sources even when you are specific. But that's okay. You know, you can kind of sift through things, and then when you get a better idea of what you want to write about, you can be even more specific later. But let's look at this first source here. Newspaper coverage of political scandals. Let's take a look at it. There are two authors listed here, and the authors are given, which is a good cue that this possibly could be a peer-reviewed source. It says right here, Journal of Politics, which shows that it is a journal. And also, I had clicked on full text and scholarly peer-reviewed journals, so most likely this will be a strong source. Let's go ahead and take a look at the PDF full text of this source and see what other clues we have to show us whether or not this would be a useful source or a peer-reviewed source. So it's going to take a little bit to pull up. And let's just take a quick glance down at it. It's lengthy, so that shows that it's probably a peer-reviewed article. There are charts, numbers, statistics, which also shows this possibly is a peer-reviewed source. And at the end, there are a number of references. This shows that the authors have done some research background into their topic, which is another clue that this is a peer-reviewed source. Now look at their biography. One of the authors is the assistant professor at a law school in Italy, and the other one is a professor at Harvard University in Cambridge. So that kind of cues you in to the types of sources that you should be looking for with your essays. I know these sources are difficult to follow and understand. However, they're important if you want to add authority to your discussion. Now, for those of you who are having some difficulty in formatting the citations, I want to show you a little trick. So let's go back. It's going to take a little bit to pull up. And here it goes. Now what we want to do is go back to the original result again and click on the title. And it's going to pull up some information about this source. Now go over to your right and click on Cite. Okay. Now scroll down and you will find a works cited citation for this source. Do you see that? All you have to do is cut and paste this citation into your essay and voila, you're done. That's all you have to do, which is another reason why you should be using peer-reviewed sources from the APUS databases. You don't even have to cite your sources. The peer-reviewed database does it for you. Well, I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, please post to the open forum. Of course, if it's personal, please send me a message. Good luck!